Hello guys, welcome back to today's tutorial on building Instagram from scratch using React Native. Okay, so first of all, as you all know, this is the app that we are built so far. So we are on the about page of the app. So let's go to the about page, and when we go to the about page, the real Instagram about page, this is the real Instagram, the about page of the Instagram. So today we'll be building only the highlighted side, the name, then the plus icon, then the bar icon. Okay, so without wasting my time, let's dive into the main tutorial. Okay, so first of all, we will open an Android Studio. We are using Visual Studio codes to do the coding. So I'll open my Visual Studio Code. Then to start this particular app, we type expo stats. So we will start expo stats. So when we click on expo stats, you have to press the enter key. Then the app will start loading. So as you all can see, this is the app that we are building so far. Okay, so I have a series of screen. I have the about, the cache, the home page, and the product, then the search, then the video page. Okay, so all are these particular tabs. I'm talking about these tags. So today we'll be working here. So let me click on here this side. So as you all can see, this is the about page. So this particular file is stored in the app.js file. So the about page, we have a series of tasks to perform here on the about page. So let me put this terminal down. Okay, so first of all, we have to import before we can get this particular interface. I have to import the option screen so that I'll be able to edit this particular interface. I'm talking about this interface, so let me put it here. Yeah, so before we can edit it, I have to make sure I edit it to suit this particular, because this is white and this is black. Okay, so to do that, let's dive into the okay, so let's go to the about page. So these are the stack navigation. So let's start with this option equals to an object. So it's an object. So first of all, we'll give a title. So the title, because here is about, it picks the normal title. So let's choose a title for this particular. So the title is supposed to be blank, simply because in here there is no title here. So it's supposed to be blank. So let's click on it. So as you can see, I didn't type anything here. It's blank. So let's go to the next option. We want to change the color, the background color of the header. Okay, so let's type header style. Okay, so it's also an object. Header style is also an object. It has a property of background color, and the background color is supposed to be set to black, simply because in here it is black. So let's use a background color of black. Black is 0000. Okay, so 0000 is black. So when I go to this page, as you all can see, it have changed. Okay, there's another thing. You see this back button. Yeah, this back button, you don't want this particular back button at that side. So we have a property called header back. So the back title So this is it, header back title. So we will set this one to false so that it will not display. So we will set it to false. So when you refresh it, you can see that let me start my metro bundler. Okay. So before we do that, let's import the S coder. As you can see here, the S coder here. But let me explain this to you. In React Native, the header is divided into three main parts. The title is the middle, then we have the left header, then we have the right header. So now we are using the left header object to develop this particular scoder underscore. So let's head on to this side. So comma, then header, so header left, so header left, then also another left. So let's see its properties. So left, and before we do this, this is a text element. So this is a text and it's a touchable opacity. Okay, the touchable opacity. So let's import touchable opacity. Okay, so when you import the touchable opacity, it contains a text element. So let's add the text element to it. Then inside the text element, I'll give you the name of it. So the S coder, so SS coder, so S coders underscore. Okay, so let's refresh the app. Okay, so what this error is talking about is because the header left is supposed to be a function, so we have to create a function for the header style. So let's create the function. I'll be using JavaScript arrow function. Okay, so as you can see, because I added the function, there is no error. So let me refresh the app. So we'll be giving a style properties to it. So let me go to this side. So as you can see, because it's black, we can't see anything. So I'm supposed to apply a style to it, to the text. So I'll be using a self inline style sheet to do this particular. So let's set the color to white. So hash FFFF. Then let's set a font style of font size of 26, the same as this side. Okay, so font size of 26. Then what again, our next function will be font weight, because this S coder is thick, so let's give a font weight. So font weight of 400 or 500, let's give it 500. Then the next one be letter spacing. As you can see, there's a bit letter spacing, so it's an optional to give the letter spacing to it. So let's refresh the Metro bundler. Okay, so let's refresh the Metro bundler, and So let's refresh the Metro bundler again and see if so. As we are refreshing the Metro bundler in this way, supposed to supposed to supposed to work for us. So let me refresh it and go to the app, the about page. So as you can see, Xcoder is here. So let me reduce the font of here. So as you can see, the name Xcoder is here simply because we use the left header to give this particular properties. Okay, so let's go into another place. So let's copy it. This is a lazy coding, so let's copy it. Let's copy everything, then let's give comma, then let's paste. Okay, so in here we are supposed to give this, we are copying the same thing to this side so that we will create this particular view. So in here I added an image, and you can, as you can see, this is the image. It's too big. This is the image, the plus icon is too big, so we have to give it a style. So let's style it. So font size, so the font size, so let's start with, because it's an image, let's give it a width of, let me say, 32, then a height same of 32. Okay, so let me go back. As you can see, we have it here. Okay, so because these icons are two, let's go to the bar side too. So let me copy everything, copy, and let me paste it here. So let me paste it here, so that, yeah, so as you can see, this is the icons. That, so the next one is bar. So let me give it a bar, so you will see bar. So it's a menu bar, so this is it. So let me refresh the Metro bundler. Okay, so as the Metro bundler is refreshing, let me give it a style. So okay, so let me style the whole container, so that, so style, so it's okay. So as you all can see, these are the bar and this thing. So you have to give it a style and give it a flex property. Okay, so let me do it style, then styles dot home. We'll be using the home. Yeah, so let's do it about it. Okay, so this is the about. So let's go to the CSS in JavaScript. Yeah, let's go to the style. So let me correct this particular thing here. ABT. I'm doing it ABT. Okay, so pause. Okay, so the next one is me giving it a style properties. So let me style it. Let me style. So style. So let's give it a style. So because it's horizontal, we have to make it a row, so that it will look like this. So the property that we'll be using is flex direction. So the flex direction will be set to row. Okay, yeah. So when the flex direction is set to row, we will be able to get this particular view. And another thing we are supposed to do is to justify the content. So justify content, we have to make sure the justify content, we have a space around. So space around. So when I go here, you see that there's a space around the objects. So another thing is, let's give a margin. Another thing is, let's give it a margin. So margin, let's set the margin to 5. Okay, so let's set the margin to 5, and let me refresh the Metro bundler. Okay, so that will get my results. Okay, so the Metro bundler is loading, so let's go there. So as you can see, there's a space around it, but the space is not evening. Okay, so let me give a space. So let me use a space between, so that there will be a space between each element. So space between. So there should be a space between the elements. Let me refresh the Metro bundler. Yeah, so let me refresh the Metro bundler. So when you are getting error, you are supposed to figure the error out. Sometimes the rendering, the hot reload did not work. So as I've done a reload, so as you can see, I've been able to give this particular space. Okay, so let's continue with, we have to add a clickable content like this particular one, so that when the person clicks, you will see that it will click in. Okay, so let me come to this side and give touch opacity. Okay, so let me give a touch opacity. So let me remove one of the, so I'll be using the option key. So as you can see, now I can click. So let me do the same thing. Okay, so let me do the same thing here. So touchable opacity. So let me, so touchable opacity is set to true. So let me move it to here. So as you can see, I've been able to click the second one. You can see it's a clickable. So our next side is this particular space. Okay, so we are done with the header. Let's head into the adding this particular space. So in our next tutorial, we'll be working on this particular space. Thank you.